great to have a brand, but if you're not spreading the message of it, if you're not communicating that to others, why does it really matter? People coming to me and asking, hey, we want you to speak at our organization. Can we pay you? Well, yeah.
It's really been the most fulfilling when I'm able to deliver workshops or deliver keynotes on the topic of branding or brand strategy.
So in high school, I'm getting straight A's. And you come to college and you get your first C, maybe your first F. And now it's like the world is crashing down on your shoulders.
Whether that's helping them to identify how your brand is not just, your corporate job. Your brand is not just your major. Your brand is not just the company that you work for. Your brand is what your passion is.
Because if you failed, you still learned something. If you succeeded, you still learned something. But I like to think if you fail, you learn even more. It's up to you to stand confident in who you are, in your abilities, and say that, you know what I bring to the table. I know the skills that I bring to the table. Your brand can be constantly evolving. It's always changing, it's always evolving, it's an iteration. Your brand is what's going to attract the client. But first, what you need to understand is who your client actually is. You can't make everybody happy. You're not a jar of Nutella.
So when I work with my clients, I help them to pretty much uncover what is that value that you particularly have, and how does that outcome then translate to who your audience is.
When you think about toilet paper, right? Like everybody uses toilet paper. I hope they do. Charmin has a very specific target audience, because when you think about Charmin and then tissue that you may find in airports, those are different target audiences.
I think the biggest challenge that I see when working with professionals and entrepreneurs who are trying to really begin to develop their brand strategy is understanding what components or pieces of their brand that they want to capitalize on.
For me, right, it was like getting through college. I'm the oldest of 5, and then I'm first gen, and then I went on and got a master's. That's something that I've endured that most people around me may have not. Surviving as a woman in tech or in business requires that you understand your value. You need to understand that you have to craft your story.